Last week, I posted a video around how I'm sending HTML follow-ups to pretty much everyone that I'm speaking with. I shared the 6 different design skills that I'm using. And in today's video, I'm just going to show you how I'm using the Hermes agent to actually create the follow-ups themselves, how they look, and the typical prompts that I use. This is a real sales call that I've just gotten done. And I thought, hell, I'm just going to get out the camera and film the exact process so you can see this end to end. So the first thing here is I'm using the Hermes desktop app. If you're not using it, I actually really prefer using this these days versus the Discord. I do use the Discord when I'm on the mobile and things like that, but when I'm around here, this is really good. And I've also got all of my different kind of sub-agents inside of there. So let's get started. I just did a call with, and I'm going to insert the email address of the person. This was a sales call, and I want to build a HTML page to follow up, which we can host on Vercel. Go ahead and use all of your Claude, or your design skills, I should say, sorry, to create me this page. You can look up the transcript inside of Fireflies. I need this page to be highly customized in terms of use cases, how they could leverage Triggerify based on what was discussed, but also go ahead and research the company so that you can give examples of social listening searches that they should be doing and example plays, aka workflows that they could build off the back of that. And obviously you have all of the knowledge of Triggerify, but you could research anything there as well if you need to cross-reference any kind of how-tos or anything like that. So that's like the kind of prompt that I'm going to put in. I might just add, ensure this is super clear, precise, and easy so that if someone wasn't on the call, they could read this document and have complete clarity on how this customer could be using Triggerify based on real world examples from the call that we had and the research that you do. There we go. And away we go. It's going to hit enter on that. And that is going to start to run, and it's going to go build me everything that we need to do there. So it's loaded the skills. I actually have a skill as well for HTML follow-up, which it will use, given I've kind of used the trigger word, which is saying build me an HTML page. So it's going to go ahead and use that. So if you want that skill, also let me know, and I will share that. We're going to let this thing cook for now, and then we will show you what this looks like when it comes back. Okay, so it's just come back and said it's done. The cool thing is, let's kind of like look through some of this stuff here. You can see that it's doing a lot of this kind of browser vision, browser scrolling. So this is where the kind of skills come into play, which is essentially like it's got to go and review its work, and it's really trying to do the anti-AI swap test. So it's going to keep iterating until it's happy with the final version that it's basically producing you, which I can see the live URL is then here. It's also giving me a little bit of an overview of everything that we have. So we can see it's going to give the hero, what we heard, the signal gap, 8 searches tailored, 5 plays, why this matters, recommended plan, and then a CTA at the end. So let's go ahead and have a sneaky peek at this. Okay, we're in here now. The cool thing is you can see like there's like some animations as I'm scrolling through. It kind of like brings everything up, and it looks okay. Maybe you could say it could be better, but it's just like really clean. It's giving me exactly what matters. It's way better than like a generic PowerPoint because again we're giving like really kind of key things that would be interesting for them to go and do. Really kind of result and goal orientated versus this would take me a long time to manually do via PowerPoint, which is why you would just set up a generic crappy kind of PowerPoint and send that over anyway as a salesperson. Whereas this is giving something completely tailored to the individual, including kind of CTAs at the end, which I really like. And it costs essentially just the AI to run and pull some information. So it's actually relatively cost effective for the value that you get as a result. Now, in theory, you could actually put some analytics behind this, put this maybe under post hog or something like that. That's where it gets a little bit heavy, and I probably wouldn't recommend it. What we could also do is we could go ahead and build out or use Vercel's kind of inbuilt password management system, which essentially would then gate it. So if it's kind of a security element or whatever, or it's confidential information that are inside of there, then again, you could apply that, because I know that was kind of a question that was originally posed to me when I started talking about how I'm doing this and what this kind of entails. So there's that angle around that, and you can just ask your clanker essentially to go ahead and password protect it using Vercel. Vercel will be free, depending on how many you do, but yeah, it's going to be free for a very long time for you. And that is where you combine the Hermes, the Fireflies, the Vercel to create this kind of custom follow-up, where then we'll just take this link, chuck it in an email, send it across with any other collateral that you would want to share, and away that you go.